Let's talk music. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, and this video.
How do you want me? How do you want?
And this video.
Will disappear quietly.
You've probably heard me mention on occasion the fact that I used to play music full time. In my own small steps practice, I have reintroduced music. I went for years, probably 8 or 9 of just almost not playing at all, and now it's back. So much so that over the last month I've been writing for the first time in almost over 10 years. And so I wanted to talk about it. By the way, at the end of this video, if you stick around, you'll hear me go from music to increased health and happiness in less than 4 moves. I want to talk about music today and tell you also why I don't really talk about it that much. And it's I don't want to say it's embarrassment. I will say that for years in Los Angeles before I moved up here with my wife and family, did nothing else but think, breathe, and play music. I made my living as an actor. That was my very odd day job that I did fine with and made money from. But my passion and just life-consuming pursuit was music. When I moved up here to the North Coast of California, I just had gotten so burnt on music and I guess the desire for success, to make a living from music burnt me out on it. And it got me to the point where I just didn't want to play in Los Angeles anymore. I wasn't writing as much. I was just disillusioned with the business side of things. For a whole host of reasons, put my guitar in a case and that was that. Part of it has to do with identity. And so much of this is relevant now to what I do now, which is my small steps coaching and the videos and podcasts of working with people to improve their lives and to help them live happier and healthier. But to understand the challenge there is that you are changing at least your own perception of who you are. And that can be difficult because, if you're trying to lose weight, let's say, you're gonna be a different kind of person. I talked about this before with Josh LaJohny, the guy that I had on my podcast who's become a friend of mine, who literally lost friends in his trek of losing 200 plus pounds and becoming a very different person in the way that he eats and treats himself, and how that affected other people's perceptions of him and his own perceptions of him, just changing identities. I argue you're becoming more of who you already are, but it's still a change. You're doing something different. When I moved up here, after having just done everything about music for years in Los Angeles, it was an identity, I don't want to say crisis because that's sort of melodramatic, but it was such a change for me to do something different and I felt a little lost of, now I felt like I couldn't think of myself as a singer-songwriter or musician anymore. I've come full circle on that now. And I guess it's because, all this stuff on these shelves down in my garage, in my kind of music area, this is music. This is years of work and sweat and tears and just, the struggles that are associated with putting your heart and soul into something that you love. It's not always fluffy. And so like things like this, tape, I was old school that way. I insisted on analog sort of recording, the reels of stuff. This is work. I don't know why I keep them. I don't know what I'm gonna end up doing with them ever, but they're here. They're part of who I am. And I guess what's changed for me and the reason why I'm writing again is because I've stopped thinking of, well, now I can't think of myself as a singer-songwriter. Now I'm a small steps health coach, nutritionist. I can't identify with this thing anymore because this is what I do now. I guess I could go 2 ways on that. I could either say I'm multifaceted, and so these are both parts of me. And so I can both call myself a musician and a small steps coach. But really where I've come on this is now I don't want to call myself anything. I want to, and this is what I'm teaching people, to be more of who I am, Sid, and understand that there's more to me than any one thing, and really not sweat any kind of label, but rather just be very in touch day to day with the things that give me joy and happiness, and do more of those things more often. Maybe the reason I didn't play music for so long and got burnt on it to the point where I didn't even take my guitar out of the case was because of an identification problem, because I didn't feel justified, or I didn't feel like I could call myself a singer-songwriter anymore, so therefore I just kind of didn't, I was associating that with the guitar, you know, and that I can't play it because I don't deserve to play it because that's not who I am anymore. After so many years of tying my identity to music, my perception of whether I was a success or a failure at it, that was just so much about record sales or, you know, income. It's a pretty liberating place to be where I am right now about music, which is I'm back to where I was at square one. I love it. It gives me joy. It is totally part of who I am. It was never all of who I was. It just felt like that. But there was always other things to me, and that's just a reality of our lives, is that we are made up of multiple things, and we don't really have to worry so much about what to call ourselves. We can just focus more on the things that we do in our lives, accomplishing what we want to accomplish, producing what we want to produce, and sort of leave it at that. What happens after that is out of our hands anyway. So I'm writing. I think I'm actually gonna record a song that I wrote recently. I'm gonna shoot probably a music video, put it up on my other YouTube channel, which nobody knows about because I've never talked about it, but for the band, Garza-Hillman Quartet. So exciting stuff. Speaking of being more than just one thing, I have to teach a class at the end. I'll be right back. Don't do that. I wanted you both on. You ready to come down for a class? Jeff and I just taught a class, but now Joan and Jeff are on together. They never see you in the same room. Oh, reunited. Remember how in the beginning of the video I said I'd go from music to health and happiness in less than 4 moves? Here we go. Are you ready? I play music because it makes me happy. It gives me joy. The happier I am in my life, the less stressed that I am. The less stressed that I am, the healthier I am in mind and body, and the less chance I have of making unhealthy choices day to day. Boom, checkmate. I won that round, and I won that round.